Let's talk about a number. A number that's completely changing the game for young professionals in India. 1 crore. And no, this isn't some far-off retirement goal for a CEO. We're talking about a strategic target that's being hit right now by people in their 20s.
1 crore rupees per year. For a long time, this was a number reserved for the C-suite. But that's all changed. The talent market has gotten so competitive that this is now a reality for top-tier engineers, quants, and consultants, often before they even hit 30.
And this quote right here, it absolutely nails it. Getting to this level isn't about getting lucky anymore. It's about having a strategy. It's about knowing the new rules of the game, picking your battles, and building a very specific kind of value. And that's exactly what this explainer is all about, giving you that playbook.
So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll talk about the benchmark itself. Then, we'll decode what a 1 crore package really looks like. Hint, it's not all cash. We'll dive into the 3 main paths to get there, talk about the catch with stock options, uncover a game-changing tax hack, and finally, build a playbook of the skills you need.
So how did 1 crore suddenly become the new gold standard? Well, it's pretty simple, really. This number is now the ultimate sign of prestige. It tells the world that you're not just good at what you do, you are in the absolute top percentile of talent in the entire country.
And what's wild is what this slide shows us. We're seeing high-frequency trading firms and top tech companies offering these massive packages for roles in India. These aren't offers to move to New York or Singapore. They're competing with those offers right here at home. The global war for talent has officially landed.
Okay, pay close attention because this next part is maybe the single most important piece of the puzzle. That 1 crore figure is almost never just a straight salary. It's a package, a combination of different things. You have to understand how it's built. So let's pull it apart. The magic term is total compensation, or TC. It's made of 3 main parts. First, you've got your base salary. That's the cash you can count on. Second, there's your performance bonus, which can change year to year. And third, the real game changer, equity. We're talking about things like RSUs, which are basically company shares, or ESOPs, which let you buy shares at a discount. And check this out, this shows you exactly how it works. Look at how 2 different industries get to that 1 crore number. On the left, a trading firm is all about cash, a huge base salary and a massive bonus. But on the right, a big tech company gives you a lower base but piles on a ton of equity that you get over time. The total number is the same, but how you get there is completely different. All right, now that we get what total comp is, let's explore the 3 main roads people are taking to hit that 1 crore mark. Each one needs a different set of skills and a different appetite for risk.
Path number 1, the Quant route. This is, without a doubt, the fastest way to get there, but it's also the most intense. It's all about cash and big bonuses. I mean, these are firms paying interns over 12 lakhs a month. The barrier to entry is insane, though. You need to be a wizard in things like C++ and complex financial math.
Path number 2 is the classic big tech journey. Think Google, Meta, Amazon. This is more of a long game, where you're building wealth through stocks. A huge chunk of your pay is equity, and the real magic happens if that stock price goes up over the 4 years you're waiting for it to be yours.
And path number 3 is what I call the arbitrage play. This is perfect for freelancers or consultants working remotely for US companies. You're earning a US-level salary, which is already fantastic, but you're living in India, so your costs are way lower. And then you use a powerful tax strategy to supercharge your savings. We'll get to that in just a bit. Now, before we get too carried away with all that tech stock, we need to talk about the fine print. There is a reason they call it the golden handcuffs. That giant pile of stock they promise you, it's not really yours on day one. It's designed to make sure you stick around. So take a look at Amazon's vesting schedule. It's legendary. After your first whole year, you only get 5% of your stocks. 5! The vast majority, a whopping 80%, only becomes yours in your 3rd and 4th years. If you decide to leave after 2 years, you're literally walking away from a fortune. It's an incredibly powerful way to keep you there.
And what's so cool here is you can see the difference in strategy. Amazon backloads everything to lock you in for 4 years. But other giants like Google and Meta spread it out evenly, 25% every year. This is exactly why you can't just look at the big number on an offer letter. You have to map out the entire 4-year value to know what you're really getting.
Okay, remember path 3, the remote consulting route? Well, what makes that path so ridiculously powerful is a little-known section of the Indian tax code,
Honestly, this is the secret weapon for anyone who's an independent professional.
The magic number is 50%. Seriously. Imagine you earn 70 lakhs. Now imagine the government basically says, hey, for tax purposes, just pretend you only made 35 lakhs. That's what Section 4480A does. It lets certain professionals claim half their income as expenses without needing to show a single receipt.
So here's the deal. It's for specific professions, like consultants and engineers. It works for income up to 75 lakhs, and best of all, you don't need a mountain of paperwork. It just simplifies everything. The end result? You take home way, way more money than a salaried person earning the exact same amount.
And this just makes it crystal clear. A salaried employee earning 70 lakhs pays tax on pretty much all of it. But a consultant using 4480A, they're only paying tax on 35 lakhs. The difference in how much tax you actually pay is just massive. It's a true net worth accelerator.
So, it doesn't matter which path you're on. If you want to stay at the top, you have to focus on what the market values the most. Let's call them high alpha skills, the ones that are guaranteed to give you the biggest bang for your buck in terms of salary.
This chart tells you exactly where to place your bets. Just look at the projected salary growth. Roles in AI and machine learning are set to explode. Data science and management consulting aren't far behind. Why? Because these are the fields solving the hardest, most valuable problems right now.
And if you really want to get specific, these are the skills that companies are willing to pay a massive premium for. We're talking about ML Ops, which is like the plumbing for AI models, specialization in generative AI, quantitative modeling for finance. Mastering just one of these can make you incredibly valuable.
And this all brings us to a final, crucial shift in thinking. If your goal is true, long-term wealth, not just a fat paycheck, you have to think like an owner. Negotiating for equity, for those ESOPs or RSUs, is how you get a piece of the upside. It's how you let your earnings compound and grow far beyond what a salary ever could.
So, let's wrap it up with this. The road to an 8-figure income isn't a straight line. It's a series of smart choices. It's about understanding the whole package, picking a high-growth field, and building rare skills. And it all starts with your very next career conversation. So the real question is, are you ready to ask for more than just a salary?